Hi everyone. Today we're going to be building a FireFly hard case. This is a Harbor Freight Apache 2800. I've already removed the stickers off the lid and off the sides, and now we're going to open it up and look in what's inside. On the inside, on the lid, you can see that there's a piece of egg crate foam. We'll be using this later. I'm going to take it out for safekeeping. In the body of the case, there are 3 more pieces of foam. The top layer is perforated and lets you customize it. The next layer is identical to the top layer. Careful when you take this out so you don't split it. We'll use this still. And then on the bottom is a solid piece of foam, and we will not use this for the build. So I'm going to take it out and we'll use it for something later on another project. Okay, now let's get started. To begin this build, the first thing we'll do is drill the holes in the back side of the case. For that, we're going to need a drill template that comes with the instructions. Just print this out and cut it, and we'll use this to locate the centers for the holes we're going to drill. Next, we'll need an awl or scribe. In this case, I'm going to use a nail to help puncture the holes for the drills. 2 drill bits, a 1/8 inch drill bit, and a 5/16 drill bit. Some tape, and a drill. Let's turn the case upward so we can see the back side of the case. We're going to tape the drill template onto the back of this, making sure we line up the bottom side of the template to the top part of this bottom corner of the case. There should be a little bit of a gap by this notch on the top part of the template, just to make sure we have room to put the numbers. The key point here is that the circles represent where the port's going to be. The outer circle is the retaining nut that will hold it in place, and the inner circle is the drill that we're going to be using to drill this hole. Once you get it lined up and it's in the proper location, we're going to use some pieces of tape to secure this in the proper location. I'm going to tape it in each corner just to make sure it stays in place and doesn't move. There we go. For the next step, you can use an awl or a scribe, or for me, I'm going to use a nail. And I'm just going to line it up with the center of each hole, and then I am going to just punch it using a little hammer. I stole this out of my son's toolbox. Then continue on through all of the ports. At this point, pause this video and then resume when you are finished. Now that we're finished punching all these holes, we can remove the template from the case and we'll inspect it to see how it looks. If the holes are not deep enough, then you can come back with the nail or the punch and scribe them a little bit deeper. At this point, I'm going to use my 1/8 inch drill to drill the starting holes. Just let the drill bit find its way into that center punch. It should grab once it's in place. And then once it's there, slowly drill. It will try and punch through. So drill nice and lightly. Now we can continue on to drill the next hole. Just get it to fit in. And then continue on to drill all the rest of the holes. Now that we have all of the pilot holes drilled, we're going to come back and drill it with a larger drill. The reason we didn't start off with the larger drill is that the drill tip itself on here is too large to fit within the scribed hole that we had originally started with. If we were to try and go from the scribed hole directly to this, the drill bit would walk on you and move. So with this gives us a nice starting point that we can begin the larger hole now, and they should line up nice and straight and look nice and clean when you're done. So just like before, we're going to use this. Let this find its way into the little hole. It should line up. Don't force it like I just did. It should line up, and then slowly pull it through. It will pull much more so than the previous drill. So let it find its way. Now you can clean up any little burrs by pulling it off or using a knife to clean it, but we can do that after we're done. Go ahead and drill each one of these holes, and then we'll see what it looks like when it's done. Now that we've completed the drilling out of the back holes and we've cleaned up each of the holes, the next step will be to apply the vinyl numbering on this case, and that'll be the next video. And then we'll follow that up with adding the switch port and the power supply port, and then the antenna port after that. So thank you for joining me on this video, and I look forward to meeting you on the next one.